Mike Tyson, oddly enough, owns a mansion in Ohio.
Or did.
Or did, right. Surprising all by itself, but I guess that's where he used to train. So now, this mansion is completely abandoned. It's like Citizen Kane. It's like in Kubla Khan did Santa do a stately pleasure dome decree. It's crazy that, but where in Ohio is this, Jason?
This is in Southington, Ohio, which is about 20 miles away from Don King's facility where he would train in the 80s.
But it's like 50.
It's in the middle of nowhere, Ohio.
Right, it's a long way. It's 20 miles north of him, but it's like 50 miles southeast of Cleveland. Right. Like this is not where if I were an American, would build a mansion. All right, let's take a look at it because we can see some inside this Mike Tyson mansion.
Of course you gotta have your name.
Yeah, it's really clever.
Yeah.
But it's totally like.
I like the private property sign. Like if nobody knew that was private property, just right there on the gate. Private property, yeah.
You can start to imagine where the parties were thrown in this house. As you go through it, you can see the rooms that are starting to get a little bit more fun. With there was one that actually has a mirror on the ceiling of the jacuzzi. So I'm sure Mike.
What's the?
Are those dollar bills?
It looks like there's
somebody like graffiti on the mirror.
That's where I'm caught. The gold-plated steam room shower door.
Looks awesome.
That's amazing.
And then this is a pool that is larger than an average U.S. home, according to the Daily Mail. Yeah, so he definitely had some fun. The funny thing is, I want to talk about this. It looks, I like the infrastructure of it. It looks very classy for Mike Tyson. But what I'm saying is, for $1.3 million, this sold in 1999. What do you think this would go for nowadays? With this size, I know that.
Well, obviously it depends on where it is.
Yeah. Yes,
but
exactly.
In Los Angeles, this is a
$10 million house.
Oh yeah, I was going to say 20, 25 million, depending on where it is. It's in Beverly Hills. But I mean, you're 50 miles southeast of Cleveland.
Right.
Like, it's a little tough to find the market for this.
Yeah.
Because who's going to want to spend necessarily 1.3 million to live there? Like, if you're choosing to live there, you don't want to spend 1.3 million dollars on your property.
Yeah.
Although, unlike, and I was just up at Hearst Castle earlier this month. Like, it's unlivable.
Yeah.
Hearst Castle in many ways. It doesn't seem like granted there was no TVs then, but there's nowhere where you could like put your feet up, read the paper, relax, have a cup of coffee. Everything is imported from Italy and looks European. Whereas at least there, except for the insanity of the gold-plated steam room, like that pool looked nice. Like I suspect that's kind of a cool room and it's open. You got as good a view of 50 miles south of Cleveland as you can get.
Yeah. All right, I want to read this a couple of quotes here from the Daily Mail who actually posted it. I don't know if these two sentences are just placed next to each other and it's really inconvenient for both, because for one it says Tyson was forced to sell it in 1999 for $1.3 million following his conviction for rape due to financial problems. Directly underneath, the developers would like Tyson to attend the first gathering inside the church when it is complete.
That's because they're going to be turning this mansion. The people who bought this property want to turn it into a church. And I've invited Mr. Tyson.
So did you see who bought it from? Who was the next guy to buy it? It was a TV marketer named Paul Monea. He's the guy who bought it for $1.3 million in 1999. He never lived there. He has something in common with Mike Tyson. Convicted of conspiracy and money laundering charges in 2007, he'll be in prison till 2018.
Wow.
Okay. Well, in 2018, he has a grand, probably graffitied steam room shower waiting.
And these, I just found
he got behind paying the taxes on the property. That's what began his money problems.
It reminds me of for any of those who've seen Foxcatcher. Ben, help me out with what the guy Steve Carell's character. That's like the creepiness of the band.
At the Foxcatcher Ranch.
That's literally the name of it. Yeah, it's like when you have those pictures, and the pictures obviously make that connection to it because there's the snow on the ground, you have the trees that are dead. It creeps me out. Like I couldn't imagine if you don't have 50 people to live with you. Can you imagine what Mike Tyson's doing? Just if it's just him in this 10,000.
I would love.
First of all,
everyone's imagining the same thing.
We can all stop. We can all forget about buying it because it was sold at a sheriff's sale. Again, the guy's in prison. The guy he never lived there. Sold at a sheriff's sale in 2010 to a health club entrepreneur named Ron Hemmelgarn for $600,000 plus the back taxes. That's what it went for. $600,000 plus back taxes, whatever they.
Wow.
Sounds like probably $100,000. He never lived there either.
So is anybody ever going to live here?
No,
because it's gonna be a church.
He donated the property December 30th of 2014 to the Living Word Sanctuary, which plans to turn the party pad into a, this is from USA Today, into a house of worship and youth center.
Never thought. Well, I mean, I suppose with Mike Tyson turning his life around and becoming a poetic figure, it kind of comes full circle that his house is now going to be a spiritual place because he's now a spiritual guy.
I would hope to be there for his first sermon.
Those photographs are taken by a guy named Johnny Jew, 24 years old, J-O-O.
Jump in there.
Just to be clear. They just call him Johnny Jew. That's an amazing story that nobody's lived there since 1999.
Insane.
That's incredible. That's ridiculous. Sold for $1.3 million and $600,000 in back taxes, then donated. Wow.
Just a cool thing to tweet about. Be like, I bought Mike Tyson's house once.
Yeah,
no big deal.
Definitely gained some followers.
Did you say popped?
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Is that a thing young people say?
I bought.
Oh, bought. I thought it was popped. Like I went in there and shot. Like, hey, I popped Ben's house today.
You should be used to that Miami Cuban accent, man. You were in Miami for a long time. You know.
All right, guys. There you go. That's Mike. That's the future of Mike Tyson's ranch. 50 miles. 50 miles.